Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binaries of all ages, welcome to How to Make a Literal Cat in Your Favorite RPG. I hope you're not here to learn character creation, because we are doing cat creation. I am one of your hosts, Joel Holland.
I am the other one of your hosts, Austin Irwin.
Hey there, Austin. What's going on?
Not much. Looking through what we've got for today. Looking at what we got here today. 1 carton of milk, 1 head of lettuce, sorry, that's my shopping list. Let me open the right Google Doc. Alright, here we go. Yeah, we're looking at it. We're looking at a new game today. Surprise, surprise. We're looking at Apocalypse World.
Oh man, Apocalypse World. Why does that sound familiar?
I don't know. Why does it sound familiar?
This wouldn't have anything to do with where the phrase powered by the apocalypse came from, would it?
No, I couldn't imagine. You know, it's powered by the apocalypse, not powered by the apocalypse world.
Yeah, you're right. That's crazy talk.
That's a pretty long shot there, Joel. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think he's right. That can't be what it is.
Hold up, let me Google it real quick.
I'm not sure. Apocalypse World is powered by the apocalypse, according to the book here, and the linked website is called apocalypse-world.com.
Yeah, I just Googled it. I'm looking at it right now. You're right. It is powered by the apocalypse.
Holy heck.
This is the Wait, now is this the apocalypse that's powering it? Or...
Yes, I guess the apocalypse in this game is powering, Monster of the Week, Urban Shadows, Fellowship, City of Mist. Heck, what are some other ones? There's so many of them. Masks: A New Generation. Avatar Legends.
So many that I can't think of a single name of any of them right now.
Right, that's how it always works. You go to think about a list of objects, and you know the entire list is there, and yet you can't recall a single item from it.
I know, I'm like, we've done so many of these, I can't think of a single one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're looking at the apocalypse. The Apocalypse World, you know.
The one that started it all. Actually, the second edition of it, but who's counting?
The one from the one that started it all.
Yeah.
Let's see, who is this by?
I believe this is by Vincent and Meguey Baker. Yeah, Baker and Baker right here on the front cover.
Okay. Couldn't tell if that was 4 people and 2 of them just happened to be named Baker, or...
No, they're 2 people named Baker.
Incredible. Any relation?
You know, I don't know for sure, but I have to assume.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's a wild coincidence.
Really is. I've met people with the same first name as me, but the same last name? No.
I don't know. There's a guy out there named Tom Holland. He's been in a few movies, and I don't think I'm related to him at all.
You don't think so? You're not even a little bit British?
God, I hope not.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Anyway.
Before we start, as always... We've got some things to go over. Specifically, 8 things to go over.
Yes. The ever important cat creation rules. Starting with rule number 1, as is logical. We accept no cop-outs. We're making a cat. The exact animal that comes to mind when I say the word. No anthropomorphic races. No people turned into cats. No lions. No tigers. No other cop-outs that you could imagine. Like, if you're thinking of some way out of this, that's not in the spirit of the show.
Correct. There's no escape. But according to rule 2, there's also no homebrew rules / house rules, whatever you want to call them. If the rules in the rule book don't explicitly allow something to happen, we count it as a rule broken. And if we come across rules as written versus rules as intended, we go with whichever one tells us no. You know, most times you're intended to play as a human, but, I mean, that's not really our shtick, you know?
Yeah, no. In this game, your angel is a cat. And I'm only saying angel, not because we're actually going to pick that one, but because it's the first one listed alphabetically.
Understandable.
Let's see. If the game includes stats for a literal cat, which, as far as I can tell, didn't happen here, those must be used or adapted to the game's character sheets.
Rule number 4 is the character, class, background, playbook, job, what have you, must exist in the game's core rules or as part of an official expansion. We are not able to use homebrew classes. To us, they don't exist. That is a realm of fantasy and mystery that we just don't want to delve into.
Yeah, if you're just gonna make up a character and not have anything to do with the rules of the game, just go write a book.
Really? Just go type that thing out on a Google Doc on your own.
Yeah. The cat can learn any skill available to its class, even if it's not something a cat could normally be trained to do.
Yeah, we've had a lot of those.
Yeah, we've had so many of those.
Our cats are surprisingly well-read and very knowledgeable about many things.
Yeah. Some of them can even talk human.
That is indeed true.
But only the ones who really need to.
Yeah. Really, if it's not necessary, we just kind of skip over it. We're just like, whatever.
Yeah. Someone else can figure this out.
That's up for the listener when they inevitably use that cat in a game.
Yeah, you're not bound by our show's rules.
The show's 6th rule is if a tool would be physically impossible for a literal cat to use, even if comically downsized for them, they cannot use it. So I'm thinking, like, what's a good tool?
A good tool?
The weed whacker. I think I've said that
yeah,
before. Still true,
cats
though.
could not use a weed whacker.
Now, could a cat use a lawnmower? A push mower?
I feel like we've talked about this before. Like, even if you make a comically downsized push mower, the cat is going to be scared off by the sound of the motor starting.
Yeah.
So they're not going to use a lawnmower.
So, yeah. No lawnmowers, no heavy machinery, no particle accelerators, and, honestly, I'm going to say it, no yo-yos.
He's so brave for that.
You didn't think you'd hear it here, but yeah, the truth comes out.
Yep. Rule number 7 is if the character sheet has a section that is meant to be filled out in collaboration with the entire table, so like the entire party as like some cohesive unit or something, we leave that blank so that you can make it fit the group you're playing with. Because you can download every single character sheet from this show. They are all available on a Dropbox, accessible by going to bit.ly/literalcatpod.
Yeah. And finally, Rule 8. We have to keep track of every rule that we break, which typically is not a lot, but, I am looking for the day that we discover a playbook that we are just breaking rules left and right on.
Man, that'll be so much fun. Like, this game has weight restrictions in it, and we're playing a little guy who has to carry around a rocket launcher.
We'd have to do so much.
Well, our cat's not gonna have the rocket launcher, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys got the cat gun. I think that's as far as we can go.
Yeah, we've made the cat gun. You'll find out soon enough that the cat harpoon gun exists in the world of Blades of the Dark. For all you ghosts on a train heads.
Yeah, all you ghost listeners. I don't know what they call them over there.
Yeah, me neither.
The real ghost train heads.
Yeah, that's probably not it. We got through all the rules, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, cool. So, I guess the first thing we need to do is find the character creation steps in the actual rulebook here. It's labeled page 70. Technically page 73 in the PDF.
All those PDF numbers always get me.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. Step 1. Print out a bunch of character sheets and pass them around. Whoops. We're doing this digitally.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. So, say this first and often. To the players, your job is to play your characters as though they were real people. Well, play as if it's a real cat. In whatever circumstances they find themselves, cool, competent, dangerous people. Larger than life, or significantly smaller, but real. To the MC, your job is to treat characters as though they were real people too, and act as though Apocalypse World were real. So we have to pretend this is a real apocalypse, guys.
Yeah. There's no funny business. This You know, there are stakes here. There are lives at risk.
Yep. Or maybe there are no more stakes because cows are gone.
It's true. I didn't even think about that.
These things can happen.
But we do assure you there will be stakes. Stakes.
Yeah.
For all the trials and tribulations out there.
Yep. I guess there's not really a step-by-step explanation for character creation in the book itself. So I guess we're supposed to just follow along the playbook, which is fine.
Mm-hmm. There are a lot of things in this playbook.
There are a lot of playbooks.
Yes. That's what I meant. Yeah. A lot of things in this PDF, aka a lot of playbooks.
Yeah. And there's an extended second edition list of playbooks as well.
That's true. We have so many options. I guarantee you we'll find something that's right up our alley.
Yep. So, like from the core book, the ones that everyone already knows, we've got the Angel. When you're lying in the dust of Apocalypse World, guts spilled, for whom do you pray? The gods? They're long gone. Your beloved comrades? Fuckers all, or you wouldn't be here to begin with. Your precious old mother? She's a darling, but can't put an intestine back in so it'll stay. No, you pray for some gritting kid or veteran, or just someone with a heart shocker and a hand with sutures and 6-pack of morphine. And when that someone comes, that's an angel. Oh, hey, there's an actual description down here.
Yeah,
Angels are medics. If you want everybody to love you, or at least rely on you, play an angel. Then we got the Battle Babe. Battle Babes are good in battle, of course, but they're wicked social, too. If you want to play somebody dangerous and provocative, play a Battle Babe. The Brainer. Brainers are spooky, weird, and really fun to play. The playbook's words, not mine. Their moves are powerful but strange. If you want everyone else to be at least a little bit afraid of you, a Brainer is a good choice.
AKA a no-brainer.
Yeah. Playing the Brainer is a no-brainer.
Yeah. Easy as pie.
Then we got the Tony Chopper, aka just the Chopper. Choppers lead biker gangs. We just did a biker gang.
Yeah,
I feel like we gotta skip this one.
Yeah, we'll probably not do this one.
They're powerful, but lots of their power is external, in their gang. Gun luggers are the baddest of asses. Their moves are simple, direct, and violent. Crude, even. If you want to take no shit, play a gun lugger. I don't know, man. Would they have the ability to build the cat gun in a world where society is fallen?
I don't think so. The last time the cat gun was built, aka the only time I believe, was through the help of a giant corporation. Correct?
Yeah. Well, we had that one gun modder in Lancer who made a cat gun.
True, but that was also Lancer is sci-fi. Like they've got things figured out for the most part.
Yeah, that's a space age mecha future. Anyway, then we got the Driver. Drivers have cars, meaning mobility, freedom, and places to go. If you can't see the post-apocalypse without cars, you gotta be a driver. Feel like we might have to skip that one too, but let's not rule anything out yet.
Yeah, we'll circle back.
Yeah. Hardholders, that's the next one. Hardholders are landlords, warlords, governors of their own little strongholds. Man, it really must be an apocalypse if landlords are still around.
So about to say, they're really still coming for your rent money.
Then we got the Hocus. The Hocus have cult followers the way Choppers have gangs. They're strange, social, public, and compelling. If you want to sway mobs, play a Hocus. I won't rule it out yet.
Yeah.
Then we've got the Savvy Head. Savvy Heads are techies. They have really cool abilities in the form of their workspace and a couple of fun reality-bending moves. Play a Savvy Head if you want to be powerful and useful as an ally, but maybe not the leader yourself.
Ooh.
That might be interesting. The next one is the Maestro D. The Maestro D runs a social establishment, like a bar, drug den, or a bordello. If you want to be sexier than a hardholder, with fewer obligations and less shit to deal with, play a Maestro D. What was the Oh, yeah.
That was the landlord.
The Skinner. Skinners are pure hot. They're entirely social, and they have great, directly manipulative moves. Play a Skinner if you want to be unignorable. For a moment, I thought that said ungovernable, and that would have been like a sure thing, but But no, it's unignorable. And then, so that's all the ones from the core book.
And then we have, looks like 6 for the extended playbook. The first of which is the Faceless. I guess they don't have like the little description things.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Is it true everywhere always? Was it true in the golden age of legend when life was kind? For certain it's true here in the apocalypse world. Some of us are born and grow up and live without faces. Up next, we have the Water Bearer. Every once in a while, there's a place worth being, even in the apocalypse world. And if you're in that place, sometimes you wind up becoming more than you were. You're not about the grasping, gasping, thirsty mess of the world. You're not afraid of the howling wolves. And you could give a damn about what October wants or who T-Bone is fucking. You have the source, and it can quench any thirst they have. Interesting. Then we have Quarantine. It's possible when the golden age of legend fell that no one saw it coming. It's possible that it came upon them unprepared and unsuspecting. Maybe they, like we, were simply fucked. It's also possible that they knew. It's kind of hard to like discern what these classes are about from this.
Yeah, I can kind of guess what the Water Bearer and the Faceless might do, or like if not their abilities, their narrative role. But Quarantine, that's nothing.
Yeah, like is this like some seer or like some divination magic ? I don't know.
Maybe. Let's see. Disciplined engage. I'm looking at their moves. Combat veteran, get +1 cool. Disciplined engagement. When you inflict harm, you can choose to inflict any amount of harm you like, less or up to your harm as established, including S harm. Decide at the moment you inflict the harm. You need not tell anyone in advance how much harm you intend to inflict. Leave no one behind. In battle, when you help someone who's rolling, don't roll plus, I think that's history? Ajax, I think I saw earlier that was history.
Probably.
You help them as though you'd hit the roll with a 10+. Eager to know. When you go to someone for advice, they must tell you honestly what they think. Even this, like, it's not entirely clear what their specific role is in the game.
Yeah, I don't know. We still have 3 more though, and
yeah,
it's like these descriptions get shorter. The child thing. We are coming. We are the future. We are what you made. So maybe like a government research thing. Like they made some type of different human ?
Yeah, they might be like a mutant or something.
Up next we have the news. It's all bullshit. The lies Drimmer tells his people to keep them fighting. The Hunger Prophet and her salvation. The Brainers and their brain fuckery. But not you. You know what's what. When Kryn starts a war with Wire, you know it. When some asshole shoots up that hold to the east, you know it. When some crazy ass seer is gathering an army in the rag waste, you know it. You know it and you say it. Bring the truth no matter whose lies it betrays and no matter how bad it hurts. This is like this is like a really metal way to describe like a journalist.
Yeah, like I feel like that's like, your information broker type dude. Except they're very open about it. They don't like charge.
Yeah. And finally, we have the show. It's like an ancient prophet said, you are the show. If you don't make the gig is fucking nowhere.
I'm pretty sure he has it's very hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure he's got an electric guitar, so...
Yeah.
That guy's a bard.
That guy is a bard. Man. Okay, looking at these... I wish I knew what the news did, because I think it'd be funny to have a cat that just like walks up to like other outposts and stuff, and people don't pay it any mind, so it just gathers information about all the happenings.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm looking at the news moves. We got breaking now. At the beginning of the session, roll plus sharp and ask the MC questions. On a 10+, ask 3 times. Okay. So you basically get to ask up to 3 times, where is blank and what are they up to? Okay. So like you just start out in the know.
Also, it says whatever the answer, that's what you put out over the air. Now everybody knows. So this is like an actual, like, this person has a radio station, I'm assuming.
Yeah. It seems like it. So we've got the Apocalypse Podcaster, which, this could be an interesting direction to go for a few reasons. One, I think it would be very funny if like, there was a cat, like, if the cat was like, yeah, like you said, everyone just kind of ignores him because he's very small, and he can make himself unseen, but he's recording everything that he hears people saying.
Mm-hmm.
And like has some way of broadcasting that to the world then. So it's I feel like it's not gonna be as good if a cat was doing it, just because like, you know, an actual human being could speak to the world.
Yeah.
And or editorialize.
Yeah, they wouldn't just be playing back the tape recorder over the internet. Okay, so yeah, we could look into something else.
Yeah, no, this one looks like a lot of fun. I'm not sure it's good for the cat.
Yeah, no. Not a cat, but you know, if I ever end up playing a session of this, I think I might know what I want to go with.
I want to look at the water bear real quick, and if this doesn't seem good, then I want to go back to the basic cheats.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's one move we have to have, Lawbringer. When someone breaks your law. Okay, so I guess the water bear is like the new sheriff in town type guy. Like, the town has some resource it's protecting, and he's the guardian of it, and as long as the town has it, then they're gonna be just fine. But like, you know, that kind of Wild West type tale.
Yeah, like, I'm the first person to set up here, so if you come through, you have to, you know, obey. Like, this is...
Or not even like the first one to set up there. Like, a settlement could have formed around this whatever this resource is. Maybe it's just water, like the thing says, and then, like, I don't know, some guy roamed into town and he fought off the outlaws who killed the sheriff, and then they deputized him.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be good for a cat.
No.
Like, I like, sorry, this again looks kind of fun. I don't want a cat leading law enforcement.
Yeah, no. That could only go poorly.
That could only go poorly.
I looked at the child thing just because I was curious.
Yeah.
And it does look like one of their moves is mercurial. Whenever you want, you can change any or all of your looks. Those who know you can still recognize you, but only if they look closely. So this is like a shapeshifter type deal?
Either that or they're really good at disguises.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I don't think we can do a shapeshifter cat.
Nope, no humans turned into cats.
Yep.
Well, I can't say no cats turned into humans. We did do that once.
We had a cat who could turn itself into a semi-humanoid figure.
Correct.
As part of his magical girl transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what was the one that I think a brainer might be fun.
I could see that. You know, like because they say brainers are spooky, weird, and really fun to play. Their moves are powerful but strange. Now, could you imagine, like, okay, anybody who owns a cat knows that, you know, sometimes, or even like dogs do this too. Sometimes they'll just like stare into a corner for like an uncomfortably long time. And you look at the corner and there's nothing there. And it's like, why are you looking at the corner? And then they look at you and then they freak out and like run away. You know, cats already have that kind of weird nature about them. And I think it'd be very funny to have this cat have like all this strange magic. So they're just like staring at somebody for like a couple minutes and they're like, hey man, what's this cat doing? And then they just get blown up by a fireball or something. I don't know what the Brainer's moves are.
I'm looking at them, and I'm not 100% sure about this, but Brainer moves. Unnatural lust transfixion. When you try and seduce someone, roll plus weird instead of hot.
Okay.
Let's see. Deep brain scan. When you have time and physical intimacy with someone, mutual, like holding them in your arms, or one-sided, like they're restrained to a table, you can read them more deeply than normal. Roll plus weird. On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 9 plus... hold, or on a 7 to 9, hold 1. While you're reading them, spend your hold to ask their player questions, 1 for 1. What was your character's lowest moment? For what does your character crave forgiveness, and of whom? What are your character's secret pains? In what ways are your character's mind and soul vulnerable? These are all things I could see people telling a cat without thinking much of it.
That's what I'm thinking too. And it's like when you have time and physical intimacy with someone, like holding them in your arms, you know
Or
somebody's
being
gonna
held.
Yeah, being held.
Or if someone's restrained to a table, curl up on their stomach. What are they going to do about it?
Exactly.
Let's see. What? Direct brain whisper projection. You can roll plus weird to get the effects of going aggro without going aggro. Your victim has to be able to see you, but you don't have to interact. If your victim forces your hand, your mind counts as a weapon. Interesting.
In-brain puppet strings. When you have time and physical intimacy with someone, again, mutual or one-sided, you can plant a command inside their mind. Roll plus weird on a 10 plus hold 3, blah blah blah. At your will, no matter the circumstances, you can spend your hold for 1. Inflict 1 harm. They take a -1 right now. If they fulfill your command, that counts for all remaining hold. On a miss, you inflict 1 harm, blah, yada yada. Interesting.
So that they really do just like have psychic powers.
Yeah, like you pick up this cat and all of a sudden you're like, man, I should really just leave like the back door unlocked tonight. Like, what's the harm?
Another one that I think could be funny is the hocus. Just have this cat be a cult leader.
I was thinking about that and I was like, that feels a little too close to a gang leader, but
I mean, we have also done this one before. We've done this in This World Summons Too Many Heroes, where a bunch of demon cat girls summoned a literal cat to be their demon lord.
Correct. Oh man, I'm looking at the hocus right now. We have one ability we have to choose, which is fortunes. Fortune surplus and want all depend on your followers. At the beginning of session, roll plus fortune on a 10. Your followers have surplus. On a miss, they are in want. Fun stuff. So yeah, that shows that you have, like, you start off with followers or some type of it. Okay, and then you have frenzy. When you speak the truth to a mob, roll plus weird. On a success, you can do bring people forward and deliver them, bring forward all their precious things, unite and fight for you as a gang, fall into an orgy of uninhibited emotion, or go quietly back to their lives. Wow. What a fourth option.
Yeah, that's something. I don't know. I think the brainer might be like, yeah, we have this weird psychic cat, and normally cats aren't psychic, but it's the apocalypse. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, maybe he stepped in some radioactive goo or something. You know, you never know.
Yeah, it could happen.
I think the braider is probably our best bet.
Yep. Hey guys, it's me, Joel, alone again for this mid-roll. Don't worry, I think we're gonna be getting back to both of us doing the mid-roll here again, like, next time, hopefully. So that'll be good. What do we have to talk about? Oh yeah, we've got the whole, like, thing with the show, like, you probably, if you're listening to this for the first time, welcome, first of all. Glad to have you on board. If you want to follow us on social media, you can just go onto most social media sites, be it Twitter, Blue Sky, Co-Host, Tumblr, primarily Blue Sky and Tumblr these days, let's be real, and just look up Literal Cat Pod, and you will find our show. It'll be there on social media. You can also go to literalcatpod.start.page to find potentially a few other links that might matter to you, like our email address, which is how we like to do business. So if you want to send us game recommendations, requests to be a guest on the show, send us challenges to try and achieve on the show, or just send us pictures of your cats, which we are always open to receiving pictures of your cats. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, so we got our email, we got the socials. It would be nice if you could take a minute to rate and or review the show. We've got a few ratings, so we're sitting at 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify at the moment, which is great. but we don't have any reviews yet. So we've not heard, like, people say out loud that they like the show and why. And maybe that's because it's too hard to put into words. But, if you can put it into words, I'd love to see it. Also, aside from just making me feel good, it does actually, matter for getting boosted within Apple and Spotify and whatever else's algorithm. So, the higher the show is rated, the more likely it is to just pop up on someone's, For You page or recommended tab or whatever the heck your tool uses. But aside from using rating and reviews to get the word out there about the show, you've got an even better method if you are the kind of person who plays TTRPGs, which I suspect you are, because you're here. And that is to go take all of our character sheets from this and every other episode off of the Dropbox folder, which you can access by going to bit.ly/literalcatpod and, actually use some of these character sheets in a game. We'd love to see that. And finally, we do have a Patreon. It is our parent group. I say parent group. Really, the show is its parents at the moment. There's nothing else there. It's Badger Trove. Although I say that, there's a good chance that by January, I will have, at the very least, a playtest, if not a completed edition, of a one-shot powered by the Apocalypse RPG about stealing cheese from the government. So that'll be nice. Austin, who is not here, can be found on social media, basically all of them, at Avalon Alchemist. I say all of them. He's not on some of the more obscure ones, like Co-Host or Pillow Fort. You can't find him on there yet, but maybe one day. You can find him on Tumblr. You can find him on Twitter. He's on Blue Sky. He's on YouTube. And, importantly, he's on Twitch, where he might be streaming sometime this week. I don't know his schedule anymore. But yeah, that's him. You can find him at Avalon Alchemist, basically anywhere there's internet. As for me, you can find me on most social media sites at Danilo Lioge. But that's a full name spelled backwards, and no one knows how to spell that, so just go to jholland.start.page, where you will find links to all of my social media pages, my website, my Ko-fi page, where you can ask me to make you a 3D model in exchange for money, and I think really that's it. So yeah, go back and listen to the rest of the episode.
We interrupt your scheduled audio programming to bring you this message from Ghost on a Train. Alright guys, I'll ask the question we always ask when we encounter something. Does anyone recognize them? Hannah, you look like you have something.
I mean, that's the question you usually ask when our characters run into a ghost so we can collaborate, but right now we're doing a promo, not playing. Are you talking about yourself? You're Greg, you're the GM. Is this a bit?
We always do bits, Hannah. But your character, Andrel, isn't the one leading the bolts. That's Stefan's character, Drix. Stefan, what's Drix's first move?
Do any of these moves work on promos? Normally we're a team of 3 goons keeping ghosts off of our train, but I guess Drix is gonna try and impress the listeners with a rope trick.
Awesome. What do you think you would employ to impress a listener?
Finesse, right?
I mean, obviously, Drix is the show-off.
Guy, you spoke before anyone could organically say your name. Quick, introduce yourself, and what's your character, Pip, doing?
Oh, you just introduced me. I'm Guy, and Pip's gonna take a little something to warm him up through the promo.
You're taking Greg's weird promo bit in stride.
Well, Hannah, that's because I know listeners have already decided to hear our journey to bust the biggest ghost, the Immortal Emperor!
You guys don't even know if he's a ghost.
Boxcars! I rolled 2 6s. The listeners are gonna check out Ghosts on a Train, where we play Ghost Lines by our man J-Dog, aka John Harper.
Wait, we don't personally know John. We can't say that.
Shut it, Greg. We're gonna kill the J-Man's Immortal Emperor!
You can't just...
We're gonna bust this whole thing wide open!
Yeehaw!
Listen to Ghost on a Train, a Ghost Lines actual play. Take a trip on the Bride of Duskwall, an electric train protected by these 3, professionals.
Now that we have that picked out, to create it, your brainer, choose name, look, stats, moves, gear, and HX. So,
okay.
Looks like name first.
Yep.
Now, I'm really interested in this name that Roll20 so graciously generated for us. Unless that was you that typed that in which case...
No, that was Roll20.
Okay. I think Uflafu is would be a really great cat name, especially in the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it makes me think of like calling your cat like Fluffy. Like, this is my cat Fluffy. But, it's super in the future, so like etymology has advanced a little bit, and they're like, times have changed, words have changed, so now it's Uflafu.
All right. So we could do that. I do like the recommended name Gritch, but
Ooh.
Uflafu is pretty good.
Man, Gritch is also very good, yeah. Man, a lot of these are... So it looks like we've got these separated up by, like... I don't even know.
Is this supposed to be, like, first, middle, and last name, or...?
Maybe? Because I'm trying to find the correlation. Because, like, Smith, Jones, Jackson, Marsh sound like...
Okay, I think it's masculine, feminine, and then neutral.
Yeah.
But Gritch? Is Gritch like a masculine name?
I would say so.
Okay.
If I saw a trans guy and he came up to me, he's like, my name's Gritch.
Yeah.
Or a regular guy too. Or not regular, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, is there such thing as a regular guy named Gritch?
No.
It could be like some other language just has that as a name. We shouldn't judge too harshly. There's probably a Gritch out there.
Yeah, Gritch, if you're listening, I'm sorry, man. So wait, which one do you think we should go with? I am honestly good with either of these. I think both of them is pretty hard hitters.
You want to flip for it?
Yeah, let's flip for it. Let's go to... We'll do a Google coin flip.
Okay, I tried Googling Gritch to see if I could get like a name thing, but no, all I got was a dictionary definition, which is saying that it's a complaint often caused by a glitch.
Oh, interesting. Never heard that term before in my entire life.
Me neither.
Alright, so...
First time for everything.
Heads, we go with Gritch. Tails, we go with Uflafu.
Sounds good.
Alright, flipping the coin, it's Tails.
Alright, Uflafu it is.
Alright, so now that we have our name picked out, let me get back here. We can do stats. We get to choose one set. Looks predetermined. These are in order of cool, hard, hot, sharp, and weird.
Yep, that's the order they're on the sheet too, it looks like.
Yes. So we can do +1, +1, -2, +1, +2, 0, 0, +1, 0, +2, +1, -2, -1, +2, +2, or +2, -1, -1, 0, +2. I don't know if there's like a point allocation system for this.
It doesn't look like they're all exactly the same, so...
I think we need weird to be a good stat.
Yeah, weird has to be good.
Well, okay, in all of these sets, weird is +2, no matter what, so...
Yeah, fair enough. But, like, there's one of these that was like, we can be really bad at hot, because we can replace hot with weird to begin with.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's one of our things, is like, what is it called? Unnatural lust transfiction.
Uh-huh. So we could do the top set and get a +1 in everything else, and not have to worry about hot being a -2.
Yeah, unless we don't take that one, because that does also set us up for some potential weird use cases. I don't know, it's not too bad, though. Like, if it's a thing that we're basically never gonna have to roll, or, like, you know what I mean? Like, if we're really bad at it, then it's just what we're bad at.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Not everybody can be hot. Let's be real.
Yeah, this is the ugliest cat you've ever seen.
What do you think? I think that top one is our best option.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. +1, +1, -2, and then +2 for weird.
Yep.
Okay. Up next, we have gear. You get 1 small fancy weapon, 2 brainer gear, oddments worth 8 barter, fashion suitable to your look, including your option, a piece worth 1 armor. And then here is our list of small fancy weapons. First, we have silenced 9mm, and then ornate dagger, hidden knives, scalpels, and antique handgun. Now,
where would a cat hide knives?
Joel, it's claws.
Okay. Okay. He's right.
I mean, those things get sharp. So somebody just put like metal tips on, like, you know how like you can like trimming a cat's claws or anything, or like what if you just like put a little cap on it that was a nice metal, like really finely sharpened, so it just gave them that extra damage, and it doesn't hurt their claws.
Not a bad idea. We could do that.
All right. Let me see if that's on the list here. Gear is just over here. I'll just have to type this in.
All right. What do they mean by brainer gear?
That's a good question.
Oh, hey, here we go. So up earlier in the character sheet, we've got a few options here. Brainer gear, implant syringe, which is tagged as high tech, brain relay, area close high tech, receptivity drugs, high tech, violation glove, that's interestingly named, pain wave projector, or deep earplugs. So we get to choose 2 of those, I guess. And that's on page 35 in the PDF, 32 on the in the actual book.
Gotcha.
So let's see, what are the ones that...
Ooh, violation glove would actually be so handy.
Yeah.
For purpose
like
of
you could scratch someone and then use a move on them.
Yeah, either scratch them or like when cats walk up to you and they just like rub against your leg for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a good violation gear. Such an interesting choice for the name.
Yeah.
What's our next one?
Let's see, we could have deep earplugs, which protects the wearer from all brainer moves and gear so that we don't have to worry about enemy brainers.
True. Oh, yeah, because, like, could an enemy brainer find out that this cat is a brainer?
I mean, I think it's going to be pretty obvious something's up with this cat. It's going to be real ugly. It's going to be wearing basically a suit that counts as both its armor and its violation glove.
Uh-huh. This cat's going to look real weird. So, yeah, deep earplugs.
It's not going to be hard for someone to figure out that this cat is up to something.
Right. I do think it is funny that this book is like, oh, these guys can like tap into your mind and they can see all your thoughts and everything. But if you just stick some cotton in your ears, you'll be fine. They can't get your thoughts if your ears are plugged up.
Tinfoil hat behavior.
Maybe that's what it is. The deep earplugs are made of tinfoil. That's why they're high tech.
Oh man, I have to imagine the high tech thing means that they're like hearing. They have to be like hearing aids or something, right? Like,
yeah.
It blocks sound, but it also like allows you to hear your actual surroundings.
Yeah.
We got our small fancy weapon. We got our 2 brainer gear. We got our 8 barter. Then we need fashion suitable to your look, including, at your option, a piece worth 1 armor that we detail. So like I said before, I think this cat has to be wearing like some kind of tech-based suit
Okay.
that'll work as the violation glove.
Gotcha. Is it violation glove or gear? It is glove. I don't know why I wrote down gear.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we need to make a note of this specifically on the broken rules. Like, first off, intended to be human-ish.
Yeah.
So we got intended to be human-ish, and then violation glove is kind of a whole body thing for us because we're so small. I think we can say, like, yeah, we're wearing some kind of weird high-tech looking suit. Or maybe it's not the technology is like advanced, but like maybe I think it might make more sense for it to be incredibly slapdash. So like you've got these like sort of metal platings in spaces, and like wiring is visible in others, and
Yeah. So it looks kind of like patched together.
yeah, very patchwork, but also it will probably like there's some metal plating on there that might actually stop a bullet. Who knows?
Okay. Patchwork armor with metal plating. I'm putting this in parentheses next to the violation glove to indicate like.
Yeah. We can say that like that also justifies our 1 armor that we have.
Not armor.
Yeah, you got to be real specific about that in this game based on some of the other things we've read.
Yeah. There's a lot going on. I think that's it for gear.
Yep.
Oddments worth 8 barter. There's just a barter counter above
Yeah.
the gear stuff, so I'm just putting it there.
Next, we decide on our look. Man, woman, ambiguous, transgressing, or concealed. I think that's more a human thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can safely say that our gear is going to be improper to the local environment, basically know wherever we go.
Yeah, I think that works. Because you see a cat wearing anything but like a Christmas sweater, you're like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Or I guess not. Just a sweater in general.
Yeah. Even then, if that cat's out on his own.
Yeah, you know, especially if it's like walking down the street and it has clothes on, you're like, that's obviously someone's cat. Like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
How'd he get out?
Yeah.
We might be able to do something with scarred face, smooth face, pale face, bony face, plump and moist, or sweet. We definitely don't have a sweet face if we're supposed to be ugly.
Yeah, no. Maybe this cat has just like resting bitch face. He still looks angry all the time.
Yeah, I don't know, one moment. I'm gonna see if I can find this image. Nah, some of this just looks like AI art. I can't find the image that I'm thinking of. Okay, I can't find the image that I'm thinking of, but like, this might be a close approximation of the type of cat I'm thinking. Like, it's got the fur like all matted up and stringy, and like you just see these little like long wiry tufts of fur, and everything else is just kind of sticking down.
Mm-hmm. Now this, I think I may have found something here. I see what you're going with. I think I found the actual cat breed that is.
Okay, that will be.
This is what I got.
Well, that's not quite what I was thinking, but that's something. We could work with that. So what?
It is the real life one I could find that's closest.
What is this called?
And that is a good question. This is a Persian cat. This is also, apparently the picture I found is from a specific cat called Actchoum, Atchoum. Apparently this is a...
But okay, so yeah, this is like that one Albert Einstein looking cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can work with this. This is good.
So yeah, this is a Persian cat. Let me see. Dang, there's not really a place for notes on this.
That's unfortunate.
Maybe bio and info.
Huh. Might have to put it under hold.
Persian cat, very shocking looking, because it looks like what a cartoon character's hair looks like. Its entire face looks like what a cartoon character's hair looks like after they've been electrocuted.
Yeah. That's a good description of it. And I think that's exactly right, because this cat is just carrying around a static electricity generator on its back.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what the technology does, but that's an unfortunate side effect.
Okay, so we have our look.
Yep.
Is that all we want to describe of the look, or do we want to go more into like...
You know, I don't think we really... Like, we've got all these other prompts here. I don't really think we need anything else.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
So next up is moves. You get all the basic moves. Choose 2 brainer moves. You can use all the battle moves, but when you get the chance, look up keeping an eye out, baiting a trap, and turning the tables.
Before we just jump in and assume we want unnatural transfixion, which is the one where you roll weird instead of hot, let's... Because I think we know we want deep brain scan, right?
Yes, deep brain scan, I think... It's the skill that I think made us pick this class.
Yeah, we gotta take that one. And if we only get 2, I feel like we should take in-brain puppet strings to start with, too.
Yes.
Because that's the other big fun one.
Yeah. Plus, because of our violation glove, both of those can be activated by touch.
Yeah, just by a simple touch. That's good. That's good.
I think both of these are plus weird, right?
Roll plus weird for deep brain scan. Roll plus weird for in-brain puppet strings. Yes.
I'm just going to copy paste this into the description.
That works. Hopefully.
As always, it doesn't.
Sometimes it be like that. It always be like that on Roll20 is the thing.
Yeah. Why did it put a little symbol for like you inflict 1 harm?
I don't know.
For the FIs. Okay, everything else copied.
Okay, yeah, this is a weird thing that I've seen PDFs designed specifically for print doing, and like it's the default thing that my alternative to InDesign, what is it called? Affinity Publisher. I have been trying to figure out how to disable that feature forever, because basically, yeah, that's exactly what happens, is it turns every single instance of FI or a few other characters into one character, and then when you try and run it through like a screen reader, it reads wrong.
So weird. Yeah, same thing with like they take. TH got like changed.
The italic TH, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one that I've seen happen.
So we get all the basic moves, choose 2 brainer moves. Those were our 2 brainer moves.
Yep.
I think we're next step, right?
We should be on to the next step, yes.
HX. Everyone introduces their characters by name, look, and outlook. Take your turn. List the other characters' names.
Oh, this is a party thing.
Yeah, this is a party thing. Okay.
So we gotta skip that.
Well,
did we do it?
I think we did it. That's the last thing that's on this list.
Well, if we've done it, then we've done it.
We've done it. We yet again, man, we're crushing this.
Yeah. This is great. Now, I've just got to figure out how to... Oh, they got them harm clocks in here. Like they got in Blades of the Dark.
I like how the circle fills up. It is weird that it's like, oh, this took a quarter of my health away. Oh, this took a quarter of my health away. Ah, another quarter. And then it's like, that one just hurt me a little bit.
Yeah.
Like 10, 11, and 12.
I don't see the print button for this one like I did for the D&D character sheet.
You should be able to. I have the like extra pop-up thing.
Yeah.
Posted, so...
It ended up looking ugly, so I didn't use it, but I know this worked when we did Monster of the Week, and I've done it with D&D in the past.
Yeah.
Well, if I need to go through and manually input this into the PDF, which that's going to take some time because I'm going to have to go through probably Affinity Publisher and specifically select the 2 pages that we need and enter the information.
Yeah. I think there's a good way to do that on PDF 24. Oh my god, that just scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, no, I know PDF 24 will let you isolate a single page, but I don't think you can do just 2.
No.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to break out the big guns for this if we can't figure this out, but that's okay. We don't have to worry about that on air. That's a problem for future Joel.
True. Leave it to the future.
Yeah, what this episode comes out, like the last or third to last day of November?
Mm-hmm.
Second to last.
If you really want to get lazy, by the way, you could just screenshot it.
I could just screenshot it if I really want to be lazy. All things to consider. But that's future me's problem. We'll see how he deals with it.
Can't wait to find that one out. But, should we do some closing stuff?
We should. I mean...
It feels odd ending an episode when we have, like, the mid-roll.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we forgot to transition to that again.
Oh my gosh, we're never gonna get it.
No, but that's what editing is for.
Every time we record one of these, I throw the audio software into the taskbar and don't even look at like the time that we've been recording. I'm just like trying to read over everything as fast as possible.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I've only got 3 screen guys, and I've got to keep up like 4 sheets sometimes. Anyway, I guess since we did already hypothetically talk about all of the stuff upcoming, we've got nothing left to do except maybe, the cat pun.
Yeah, the cat pun. Probably not everyone's favorite time. One of my favorite times, because I gotta come up with great, new, and interesting things. for each and every episode, which is a fantastic place that I put myself in. So because of that, I'm going to say the exact same one that I said last episode. Go out there, have fun, but keep your whiskers clean.